Lee, first of all, it's been an interesting few hours for you. On a personal note, first of all, let's say congratulations to your son and Noah making his senior sort of appearance. You must be pleased as a family.
Yeah, we're really happy for him. He's going down his own path, and you have to do all the taxi runs and stuff like that. And he's a completely different player to what I am was. So yeah, we're really pleased for him. Look, he's 16. He's got a long way to go. But over the last few months, he's been doing all right. So he's been given that opportunity. But yeah, really pleased for him.
And on that game itself against Nantwich, there's a couple of other younger players in that squad and on the substitutes bench as well. That's good for their progress, that you can look at them and see how they shape up.
Yeah, it is. They are games that we take seriously. There is an element of some of the older players need to play, and we want to make sure we get some minutes through their legs. But I think as a collective of staff, we want to get players who we feel we're going to be pushing in the next couple of years to be in and around them games. And you know, Joel's 16, he's in and around it. Swanee, Noah Pinder, the two centre halves are young, and it's good to see, you know, in them games they're playing against good players. A lot of ex-crew players there, you know, playing against some really good players. So we want to try and push people in the direction of where we feel we can help them develop a little bit quicker.
Now, of course, you were in the dugout area last match, and you were still waiting sort of correspondence from the hierarchy of what happened at Barnet. But things have changed now. Can you just tell your supporters where you're up to?
Yeah, there won't be any suspension or fine. Just a reminder of general conduct inside the technical area. I haven't responded to it, and I don't think I will do, because I didn't do anything. I think when I got sent off once, you know, I came out and apologised, and you got to do the example for the team, because at the end of the day, it's your reputation. I was at the game last night, and people are trying to have a bit of fun with it, and it's not fun, because that's what people think it is. And you know, I'm pleased that the right decision's been made, and I've had some contact with the head of referees, only a little bit, and I praised the referees on Saturday. I know Scott wasn't happy with them, but I thought his lines of communication, and not about decision making, about his lines of communication and how he communicated to us, I thought was excellent. So yeah, we move on from it, and it always remind us about our behaviour in the dugout, which I think generally is quite good.
Well, you've just taken 5 points from 3 tough scheduled fixtures away from home. How satisfying was that when we spoke about the away form?
Yeah, really pleasing. It's been a tough, since Christmas really, it's been a tough schedule. We've had players missing, important players. We've still got important players missing. Players have stepped up. Players have put themselves in a position where they shouldn't really be on the pitch, and are churning out minutes, and not just minutes, but good performances. And we've got to keep backing that up. And like I said on Saturday, the effort that these players are putting in, and the commitment to each other, and for the fans, it is something we've got to maintain. And if we come up short, as long as that effort's there and the way we're trying to play, because I think we're playing some really good football at the minute. If we can do that over 90 minutes, brilliant. But I think we are playing some really good football. I think everyone can be pleased with the efforts that the players are going to be putting in.
I know you just look at it one game at a time, but the 3 out of the next 4, having gone 3 away like you have done recently, 3 out of the next 4 are home games. Your home form has been a real good way of getting points and playing as well, and showing what you're made of as well. There could be a pivotal time in the season now, because games are running out. 3 out of the 4, if you can get those results going again, you never know where it's going to take you.
Yeah, but we should enjoy playing at home. I think we've got to a point where the players are enjoying playing at home. No travelling, so that would be nice for this weekend. But we can't look ahead and go 4 games. We weren't doing that in terms of the travelling and things that have just gone. You're really just trying to prepare, and it's a cliche for the next one, a real difficult game in Gillingham. And I think that's the way you've got to treat it, and then reassess what's gone on after the game. Obviously a quick turnaround again to the Tuesday, and who might be available, who might not. But we've got to concentrate on that. This is the most important one, and what team we put out and shape, etc., that we put onto the pitch.
We've spoken, of course, about the other night in the Cheshire Senior Cup with the young players getting some minutes under the belts. Just want to talk about a few of your homegrown players who more or less now are becoming regular first team starters. Matas Olacek chalking up 100th appearance last week. Callum Aegis with his goals and his appearances. Owen Lunt in the team. That's what you strive for. You must be delighted with their progress.
Yeah, we're really pleased for them, and they're getting to the point now where they look established, comfortable with their surroundings, and I won't go away from. I think we've done it the right way. Some got into the team. Obviously, Joel was progressing nicely as well. They get in the team a little bit earlier now through where we are squad size. So it's about that patience. What I would say is the staff do brilliant work. Kenny, Jacko, Ryan, the analysis lads, a lot of one-to-one talking with them, a lot of work when we can on the training pitch. It's really hard to get the extra work in the training with the 21 games, the Cheshire Senior Cup games, first team games, training. It's really hard to get that. So a lot of it's done through talking and showing them and stat-based to give them targets. But they're getting to an age now where the body's beginning fully developed, if you like, and there's always improvements for that. And then it comes from being on the pitch. We can get them on the pitch and they can learn from mistakes and build on the positive things they're doing. Then they'll keep progressing. But we're really pleased with them. Really pleased, Billow's in that category as well. I think he's been excellent, developing into a really good all-round footballer. So we're really pleased for him.
You're focusing firmly now on the Gillingham game coming up. I've got my right-hand man, Morsey, on this, doing his mathematics. Somewhere along the line, I don't know that, whether you allude to this, but one of the youngest squads in League Two, playing Gillingham, arguably the oldest squad in League Two. Interesting.
Yeah, and to be fair, we put everyone's, because we are I think we are the youngest. Newport sometimes are younger than us on a match day. We generally play older players against older teams anyway. But they've got a team, not just know-how and older players, they've got some really good players. And I'm sure he's looking to build and get that positive run going, because they've got plenty of games to go. They brought a lad in who's set forward, who's started off really well, scored a couple of goals. So it's going to be a difficult test. We know what we're going to be up against. Lots of energy, lots of balls into your box, second phases. So it's going to be a tough test. And what we've got to do is we've got to keep trying to implement what we've delivered in the last few games, what we're trying to get into the team. We've got to try and implement that ourselves.
How beneficial has it been to have that 3 week, having had that real tough schedule?
Yeah, it has. It's been needed for the players. Say a lot of it's off feet in terms of what we're doing, being able to rest, give a couple extra day off, which I think is important, again, because people do travel to get to the training ground, getting up at certain times. Resting and what you eat is one of the most important things before even training. The sessions, so that the recovery is massively important. But it's been needed, it's been welcomed, and hopefully it gives everyone a bit of a refresh for Saturday.
Your supporters are waiting for those players who've been out long term to come back. They are progressing. Omar Bogle, is he getting ready to start again?
Yeah, so we hoped Omar would have been available for Saturday. We had adult conversations around that come towards the end of last week. And with Omar, we thought it'd be best to leave it for another week. But touch wood, he's going to be available for Saturday. With that, CT's now further down the line in that position.